So in the wake of some fairly tragic news that kind of got dropped on the plate of all of us here on planet Earth the other day, and after we'd already finished kind of producing this first episode of the podcast, we lost a huge rock star in terms of superheroes, action heroes, wildly interesting and cool human beings in Adam West.
Yeah, super sad news. I mean, we all know him as 60s Batman. And, you know, like, that show is often the butt of the joke, but I mean, you can't deny that, like, we all watched 60s Batman in reruns or when it was actually, like, out the first time. And he was iconic. I mean, he's really the only version of Batman in terms of film or TV or anything like that to push the camp to that level. It's such like a different, we're so used to like the grimy and like the sad and the gritty Batman. He like reminded us that he's like a billionaire who like punches guys in like question mark suits. Like he's like there is fun in Batman and there's ridiculousness in Batman, and they played it up. You know, like some of the most insane moments.
Shark repellent from a helicopter.
The shark repellent bat spray from the Batman movie is such like it's so emblazoned, I think, in our like pop cultural awareness.
1970s psychedelic Batman.
Yeah, and like he was a dancing Batman, as referenced in The Simpsons as well years later. Like, why doesn't Batman dance anymore? It was the Batusi, where he would do like the fingers across the eyes. And yeah, I mean, it's I feel like he may have been one of those people, kind of like William Shatner or Leonard Nimoy, who maybe a little bit in the immediate wake of how successful and how popular that Batman series was, might have resented it a little bit. But he's so clearly someone who got over that, learned to laugh at himself and have fun. You know, his recurring role on Family Guy, or even recently he like voiced Batman again in an animated film based on the 60s series. So like I think he learned to love and appreciate what he brought to that character and to everyone who watched it and to like all of our lives. And I think it's pretty clear that he kind of came around on that being like a good thing in his life and career.
I think we can also kind of address the fact that that Batman was around, you know, a good decade or two, likely, for the three of us. You know, you look at that and it's staying power.
Oh yeah.
Like, I'm not a big comic book guy. I'm really not. I don't know a lot about it. It's kind of why we do the show, because I'm the asshole who doesn't know anything, and I ask these asinine questions that push Dr. DC into a tailspin of illogical reasoning behind his understanding for DC Comics. Mm-hmm. And our producer is just a dickhole with a penchant for Archie comics, but the three of us can get on the same page with the fact that at one point, long after was the prime for this television show, our parents or grandparents were playing the repeats on the specialty satellite channels, or we were getting him in a cartoon in a way where he would just say his name prolonged, and it was wonderful. He absolutely brought something magical.
Oh yeah, I mean, like that show was on, like you said, from 66 to 68, and until 1989 there wasn't a different live action Batman. He was it for like 20 years until Keaton's Batman came in, and then, you know, we know how that kind of progressed. But yeah, I mean, he's iconic, and that Batmobile is an iconic TV and movie car, and the whole thing of like the bat poles. And there's I have to bring this up because it always makes me laugh, and I think it perfectly encapsulates the humor of the show and why Adam West was so great. There's they're trying to solve some crime in this one episode, or in the movie, I'm not going to remember which, and they need to find someone, so they just take an entire phone book and push it into a phone book size slot in the Bat computer. Just they don't tell it to do anything. They just push the book into this slot and it goes thud down inside, and then a little piece of paper comes out and they go like, we have the address, and they like zoom off in the car. It's so ridiculous. It's so insane, but it somehow is as truthful to what Batman is and what it's about as things like The Dark Knight and like Christian Bale's Batman or Batman Returns and Michael Keaton's Batman. Yeah, just super sad.
Though I do want the death of all superheroes and comic books, to die of old age is not one that I was hoping for. You truly were a worthy nemesis, Mr. Adam West.
Super one-sided rivalry there. I doubt he even...
He knows I'm out there.
Nope, he didn't have a clue.
Well, we miss you, Adam West.
Adam West, Adam West. A little bit softer now. Adam West, Adam West. Adam West, Adam West. I'll come out when they're all gone.